In this video, we're going to be turning this B200 into the perfect shop truck for my buddy Sphartan. We're also going to be installing various parts on this truck, so yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a journey, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another My Garage video. Alright, so yeah, this morning, it's very early, it's like just past 2, it's almost nearing 3 a.m. in the morning, so I went to pick up this engine that I bought from a guy called Austin in my Discord server. And this episode will be all about building a shop truck for my buddy Sphartan, which everybody knows is the engine builder for My Garage roleplay series. So we're going to be diesel swapping a B200 today, and I've got a gas tank here filled with diesel as well, so hopefully that's going to be okay when we get back to the shop. But I thought, well, since we are here and it's nighttime, I'm going to show off these spotlights on the truck quickly. So they definitely make a huge difference. So just look at that. That is absolute daylight in the middle of night. So that is definitely something you would want if you were playing a survival mode game. So yeah, that is absolutely amazing. I didn't actually think it was going to make such a big difference, but it actually does. So yeah, we're going to hop in and we're going to head off to the shop and we're going to start working on this pickup truck. And this is another thing I had to show off is the 305 cubic inch block from EST Banana. It's still pretty much in development. So this thing has got a different sound to the 350 we have in our truck in the Revival series. So let's have a nice listen to this thing as we pull off. Actually, it's got a very nice sound. I mean, just listen to that motor. That sounds very good. Alright, we don't want to go crazy here. Let's just take it easy in town. We don't want to wake up the neighborhood. Or do we now? Well, luckily there's no sheriff's department in this town just yet. I am planning on building one for the Revival series somewhere. So we'll see how that's going to turn out. Right, so this is also the shop that will be featured in the Revival series once we have enough money to buy it. So this is our delivery gate or door, whatever you would like to call it. So we're just going to park up here. Let's be sure to switch off all those lights. Yeah, this collision box is a little bit weird for the wipers, because you want to turn ignition and you end up tapping the windscreen wipers. So that's something that they have actually mentioned in some bug reports. So yeah, but this is a very nice engine and it sounds absolutely amazing. And we've got our signs out here that EST Banana made for me. So these are actually buildable walls in-game that you can add by means of a mod. So he made these specifically for me with my logos on. So that is very cool of him. So thank you very much, EST Banana, once again, if you are watching this. So yeah, now we are pretty much just going to start working on this pickup truck. So let's open up our shop here and just please excuse the mess because I have been busy. I'm also in the works of building a 1969 Chevy Chevelle again, just to give myself a little bit of a refresher course on it, because I haven't built one of these in a long time. So there's actually a funny story. Austin sent this car over with a engine for my pickup truck, which is parked outside the other one. So let me quickly go and show you guys that truck first before we get into this actual build. So this is my flat nose. Well, I don't really know if it's a flat nose, but it's got a flat grille and a flat hood, part of the mod EST Banana's working on. So I had Austin build me this engine, and this is the engine that is in this truck now. So that engine actually came with the car that he's parked in the garage there. So he sent me that shell over, well, that Bart actually. So this was actually a pretty much a full car when it got here. I just changed the wheels on it and started taking it apart. So there's all the old parts. So this is going to become a Chevelle, hopefully. So yeah, as I said, I'm just fooling around, messing with it again. trying to get a little bit of a refresher course on it. So we will see what is happening. And out there, we've also got another project that I'm busy with. So that is a junkyard find. It's been wrecked a couple of places, but I've gotten so far it is running and driving. It just needs a lot of work still. So I will get to that eventually. I don't know if it's going to be on a video, but we will see what we're going to do with that. But now let's turn our focus to Sphartan's truck. Now this is a special truck because his favorite color is this kind of purple. I know this because I did make a shop sign for him once, or a logo for his shop. So this isn't the logo that I made for him originally. This is a new one that I made that just works a little bit better on the truck. It's a little bit small, but I think if we didn't have the trim on here, we could make it bigger. But that'll be up to him if he wants to make it bigger. I will send him the actual image of this as well, so he can decide if he wants to enlarge it or just keep it the way it is. But yeah, we've got pretty much a empty engine bay. I've taken off all the parts we're not going to use on this thing. And we're also going to be installing a couple of different parts on this, like you may have seen in the intro of the video. So we do have quite a lot of stuff that's going to be going onto this truck. And I think this might actually be the same grill we have on the truck. So yeah, we might not actually change that. I only noticed that when I started recording this, when I was standing at the gas station looking at my own truck. So yeah, we'll probably just stick with this one for now. And then if he wants to change it to the flat grill and the flat hood, he can do it as well. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and start working on this thing by means of installing the engine, which is in the back of our pickup truck over here. So let's lean here and get this thing put into the car, or into the truck rather. Right, so I'm not going to bother painting this engine because it's apparently been decaled with some Cummins logos, and it's a Dodge emblem on the valve cover there. So yeah, Sphartan can decide if he wants to paint this engine the same color as the truck. So we're going to give him a little bit of options to do stuff of his own, because I know he knows his way around engines. That is pretty much why he's my engine builder. So I thought I'd do something nice for him for a change, because he's been doing a lot of work for my channel. You know, you guys don't really notice it always, but this guy's actually been building a lot of engines for the RP series. So yeah, I think I'd return the favor by building him a nice shop truck. So I'm sure he's going to like it. And Sphartan, if you are watching this, buddy, yes, this is a special episode dedicated to you and your shop truck. So yeah, I hope this is going to be something you would like. So we're going to pretty much put in a 5-speed manual gearbox in this thing. The reason why I'm doing a diesel swap also is I did have some conversations with Sphartan in the past, and he said he doesn't care about what engine is in the truck, as long as it's a turbo diesel. So in other words, there's only one turbo diesel engine in the game, and that is the one from the Wolf, which is what we are putting in here. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much diesel swap this thing for him. Just be sure to get all these bolts. I think I've got them all, as we got stuck, but that's okay. We've got this fancy tool called the no clipping tool. So I could have probably lifted the truck up again, but I just want to make sure I've got all these. I think so. I did hear 3 zips. Okay, that is perfect. Alrighty ho, we are back on planet Earth, and I think this truck is gonna probably run if we put in the right gas tank. But we need to put in oil, and I also need to top off the coolant again. So we're gonna come and drop this gas tank down again. So obviously this is filled with gasoline. So I just think this is gonna be quicker and easier just to swap out the tank with the tank that's got the right gas in. So talk about overspending on your budget, but as I said, we are doing this in our other save where we've pretty much got the money from our vehicles we've sold in the RP series. So I've pretty much used that money to start up this save and build a building and everything. So that is why we've got quite a bit of money in this save. Not so much in the actual revival save, because that is a climb the ladder save game that we are playing. And also it's a little bit interesting for the series. So yeah, I think now we just need to put on a fuel line, which I cannot for the life of me remember where I put it. So I think let me just grab one from the catalog quickly. Alright, I've bought the fuel line, so we should be able to put this in. And then I'm going to do the fluids quickly, and we're going to see if this thing's going to fire up. I really wonder if this engine is complete. Because I haven't... Well, I guess it's pretty much in a huge engine bay. That's why it looks so small. But I may be wrong. Hopefully it's going to fire up. We'll see if there's anything missing. There shouldn't be. Because apparently Austin did dyno this thing. And it makes around 700 horsepower, which isn't too bad. Alright, so we've got some oil. This is a little bit tricky getting the oil in this truck, because when you lean in, you almost like below the engine, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, now where did this cap go? Alright, let's just put that somewhere we're gonna find it again. Alright, stay put. Alright, so I found the easiest way is just to use the no clip cleaning tool, and we come in here slowly but surely and just tip it in like this. Yeah, it's a little bit of a cheat, but yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier, and it also looks better to view it from this angle. It looks a little bit more promising. Alright, I'm just checking the oil quickly before I put the third bottle in. I think we should be able to get the third one in without any problems. So let's grab this one as well. I'm going to come over here and we're just going to chuck it in the engine as well. Okay, so I believe that should sort out our oil situation in this engine. So that is looking very good. Alright, next up we're going to fill up the coolant, which we can see is very low just by looking at it like that. So there's our radiator cap. Just going to set it down there. Hopefully it doesn't disappear on us. Alright, let's come and grab the coolant and fill it up. Hopefully these 2 bottles are going to be enough. It should be. So let's top it up and see. Alright, so that is our coolant topped off. I just noticed something. Looks like we are missing a air filter on that turbo. So let me just double check quickly on that. I'm not too sure about this. Alright, so we've got our turbocharger on the turbo now. I just want to tighten it up. I think it's tightened up with a screwdriver, if I remember this correctly now. So let me see. Is it a screw or... No, that's a bolt. So let me grab the wrench. Let's just make sure that thing is nice and tight before we start this thing up without an air cleaner, because that is definitely not a good idea. Alright, so we've got our... Yeah, we've got everything pretty much installed now by the looks of it. I don't think there's anything we are missing. Unless if I'm missing something completely, but I do not know. I guess we'll find out if it fires up now. But let's come and grab this exhaust for the inline 4, but it's also made for the diesel, so pretty sure it will do the same thing. So that pretty much goes on there. And does it suit the truck? I never saw these on the truck, so let's just see. Yeah, that seems right. Don't think there's any issues there. No clipping or weird things sticking out the bed, so yeah, that is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, so I think it's about time to see if this thing is going to fire up. So yeah, we can probably just lean in here and see if it fires up. Oh, we don't have glow plug lights probably. Well, it does fire up. And we've got full tank of diesel. Alright, let's just see if it moves. Yeah, it does, so I think we've got it. Alright, so let's just center this thing on the lift again. Alright, I think that should do the trick. Alright, so that is pretty much the first part of this whole project sorted out. And now obviously our door isn't going to close because the lift is in the way, so let's just do it like this. Alright, perfect. So I think under the engine bay we are pretty much done. So I think let's turn our attention to the suspension next. And let me quickly clean this up. So I built myself a little box for the garbage bag. It fits in there perfectly, so that's a little bit of a tip for you guys if you want to do something similar. Alright, so there we go. All the trash has been taken care of. Alright, so now, as I said, we're going to be doing suspension and wheels and tires and stuff like that. So let's get this thing up in the air. So this truck has been pretty much fully restored to its stock form. So there's not any parts missing on this thing or broken or anything like that. It's very easy to loosen something behind this wheel if you're not careful, because there's a lot of suspension parts and moving stuff. So yeah, I do recommend you be very careful when you are taking parts off of the suspension area of this truck, because you can easily get a bolt from here or there or behind this. So yeah, just be careful of that. Alright, but I think we seem to be good. So we are going to be changing the leaf springs to low leaf springs. So I will also include the normal leaf springs for him if he wants to go back to the stock ride height on this thing. Just for obvious reasons, if it's going to be too low, you know, catching on bumps and such. So we are going to be considerate of that as well, making sure he doesn't end up with a truck he cannot use. So yeah, just pretty much going to give him a best of both worlds options. Right, so this should change it quite remarkably. So it's going to be a little bit of a hot rod shop truck. This bolt is a little bit weird over here, but we've got it like that. So in terms of wheels, we've got these 22-inch TIS wheels. So we're going to see if this is going to look nice on the truck and how it's going to fit with some spaces and without spaces. So obviously we need some spaces on this. So I've got some 100 more spaces here. I think this should do it. Alright, so that is going to be 100 more spaces. So let's see how that's going to work. Alright, let's get the wheel on. Yeah, we can almost go a little bit more, but I think that should do it. So these wheels, you need to get very close and personal with them to tighten them. So fortunately you can't take the center cap off on these specific wheels. So the other ones in this mod is obviously different. So the wheel lugs don't really line up with the actual lugs you need to tighten. But that is pretty much a mod that is still in the works. All these mods that I'm using here are available on my Discord server. I've got links to the owners of the mods and their Discords as well. So if you are a new viewer and you don't know where these mods are coming from, they are pretty much most available on my Discord. Some of them are private mods like the Chevelle and the Firebirds and stuff like that. So yeah, just be wary of those mods. They are not available anymore. So yeah, there are quite a few that are available though, if you are interested. So yeah, pop into our Discord and just ask around a bit. The admins are very friendly. They will point you in the right direction. But yeah, let's continue with our suspension work at the back. So yeah, I think it's coming together very nicely already. Don't really have too much weird things going on in this video. Right, just gotta find a bolt. Alright, and there should be one over here and one at the back. That one at the top. Okay, let's just set these down over here. So we're going to be sending that over to Sphartan as well, as I mentioned. So let's grab the other rear one and the front one. We've already got some of them over there, so let's just bring them all closer. Alright, good stuff. And I think let me also take this wheel off while I am here. You know, it's a stupid thing behind this wheel that you loosen. So the best option is to quickly go to tighten and just make sure you tighten it back up before something falls off and you have to take the whole truck apart to get it back together. Alright, so we're going to put in this leaf spring over here, which I forgot where the bolt is. It's over there. Okay, that should do. Got 4 of these over here on the U-bolts and one over there. Alright, and we've got 100 more spacer for this side as well, so that should do. I hope the wheel is going to be the same offset as the front. It should be. So let's see if we tighten it up what it looks like. Yeah, not too bad. I think that should work out very nicely. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so let me continue with this side suspension. And then, yeah, we're going to move on to the next thing. Alrighty, so we've got wheels and tires and suspension sorted on this beast, and I think it actually looks very nice. There's not really much that I would change on this truck, apart from adding some accessories now. So we've got a couple of accessories that is going onto this truck. So once again, Sphartan will be, maybe removing some of these things. I don't know what exactly his style is, but I found my fuel line, so yeah, that is where I put it. But okay, we're gonna add some cab lights. So these go onto the roof somewhere over there. We just gotta find the sweet spot. So we're just gonna use the cheat and go with the no clipping tool. But yeah, we've also got some nice painted parts. So this is a bed cover for the short bed. So this can go on. And this is pretty much painted in matte black. So I just think it's gonna pretty much look nice if that's the look he's going for a shop truck. But we also have got a camper shell, or a hard top as they call it in the game, for this truck. So this we will also put on for him. So he can pretty much decide when he's got the truck, if he wants to keep the hard top or he wants to go with the bed cover. Maybe he wants to take both of them off, I don't know. So it's not really going to be a problem, whichever way he decides to go with this. I mean, it is going to be his truck. So we are just giving him some options and some different looks to the truck. So yeah, that is pretty much the story here. Alright, so next up we are going to be adding a bumper guard with 2 spotlights. So this is the little one. It's not the biggest one or the bigger one like we have on our truck. But I think it's just going to add a little bit of, extra headlights for him when he's using this truck at night. So that might help him a little bit. But yeah, you can also obviously remove it if he doesn't like it. If he's going to change the front end to the flat grille and the flat hood, then that'll also match that as well. So let's grab the tow hitch. We've got a chromed tow hitch. So you can actually, if you didn't know this, you can go and chrome the trailer hook you can buy in the catalog. So I think that's going to nicely suit our truck's theme that we've got going on here. So up next we are going to be pretty much just grabbing these small bits and pieces. Let me pick up that wrench, because I'm not sure if you can handle this thing with the wrench. So this is a antenna. So this actually goes on, same with the cab lights. It just snaps on. So you need to take it off with the pry tool if you don't want it on your truck anymore. So there's something just to take note of. And then we've got the license plates. And I'm also going to be tinting all the windows. So that's something we can also take closer so long in the meantime. Alright, so let's get our license plates taken out here. And we'll just put our wrench back in our toolbox. Because we're going to need our screwdriver for those license plates. So these are custom license plates, obviously. Not really custom, but I did, choose the lettering S5 on these. So that is pretty much his shop's name. It stands for Sphartan Stick Shift Speed Shop, which is S5. So we decided on that name quite a while ago, and it just stuck ever since. And if you go to my Discord, you will see his name there as well as Sphartan S5 owner. And yeah, that is pretty much where we started our, you know, friendship, and yeah, pretty much him starting to build engines for me. Alright, so now we are tinting all the windows quickly. So this is pretty quick and fast. Wish it was really this fast in real life. That would have been amazing. Alright, so we've got our window tint on that side, and Bob's your uncle, we've got that done. So we're not going to tint the windshield. He can go and tint it if he wants to, but I don't think it's a very good idea because your visibility is very bad through the windscreen. So the last thing but not least will be the interior. So we've got full black interior for this truck. And once again, I will be sending the red interior with the truck if he decides to go with that. But I just think the black is going to suit it much better. And it's also going to be nice and uniform so that he can pretty much do anything he wants with the paint job as well in the near future if he doesn't want to go with the purple all the way. So that is something that we're going to swap out with the black, or the red with the black. So we're going to take off all of those panels. It should be pretty straightforward because there's not a lot to it actually. So it's just pretty much this door panel over here. So that should actually, yeah, it should have fallen off, but I think it's better if we just take it off. What is that? Is that the gearbox sticking out a bit? Could be one of the small glitches in the matrix, as they would say. But I don't think it's really that bad. Because obviously this truck isn't designed to have the diesel engine and gearbox in. So that is probably why that is happening. Alright, so I just grab the carpet and put it back in place because obviously the bench seat is what holds it down. So we're going to get in the black bench seat here. We're going to zip it down. And the carpet should stay in place now. So that is pretty good. Right, so that is bench seat done. And we've got our black gear shifter we're going to install over here once we can get to the bolt. Okay, there we go. We've got it. Actually, notice this is the same gear shifter they have in the F100 mod. So if you've used the mod before, this actually looks exactly the same. Well, to me, in my opinion. I don't know if the developer actually just copied it from the F100 or if it was actually originally his model. So yeah, that's just a very interesting thing that I've noticed. Alright, so this door card is coming off as well. Should grab it and just put it on the pile here. So everything we took off the truck I will put in the back of the bed, and he can pretty much take it with the truck. So I actually need to get some interior bits for the truck outside as well. So that still needs to be fixed up and sorted out. Now I didn't check which side this is. I think, yeah, it's probably Murphy's Law, the wrong side. So we'll go around this side and pop it on. And zip that down. Okay, let's go grab the other side. Okay, let's zip this down in place as well. Perfect. Right, that is looking pretty nifty already. Right, so now the next thing I need to replace is the dashboard. So we're gonna come over here and, yeah, let's take our stereo out, because that is something we are gonna keep around. And the cluster, which has also got the original mileage of the truck on, and this cluster is still working 100%. So that is very good. It's very rare that you actually find the truck in this condition with a cluster that is in very good condition. But we've got it. So that is going back in. And the stereo is going back in there. And then we're going to take out the old dashboard, which I have never done yet. So I don't know if it's also held in with screws. Quite possibly. So we just got to fish this out. So I'm not too sure how this dashboard comes off. Ah, there we go. We've got a screw over there. Oh, it looks like it's just the one. Go around the other side here as well. Yeah, it should be there. Alright, there's our red dashboard. And then should be able to just pop the black one in. And zip it down. Alright, perfect. So I think that is everything that I wanted to do to this truck for Sphartan. I mean, he's got a very sweet looking pickup truck now for his shop, and I'm sure he's going to make use of it. So yeah, thank you very much guys for watching. I think this is going to be a wrap for this video. So yeah, Sphartan, also, I hope you're going to enjoy your new truck, buddy. So yeah, you will get this in your DM very shortly on Discord after I have finished with this video. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every view, every like. And also remember, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But until the next time, cheerio.